Good day. I am pulling away from the ramp here at Lake Menderchuck. Quiet Sunday morning. We got 52-degree water temperature and overcast skies, kind of wet, really humid and foggy. There's an easterly wind. We're sort of in a lee right here. I'm going to buzz up to my first spot and see if we can't poke some October smallmouth. Pretty morning. We'll see what happens. Good talking to you. Alright, it is 6:30. So that was like 10 hours on the water anyway. And I was productive, even without the sun. Water temperature was 52 degrees. There was a pretty brisk northeasterly wind, which, you know, you got to take what you can get, but I wouldn't. That's not what I would have dialed up if I had control of the dial. And on and off rain all day. Water was a little cloudy. I started out on points, and it quickly turned into a walleye beatdown. The walleye were up and moving, and I caught a dozen before I even saw my first smallmouth. It's like a 24-inch fish. Rage buck on a swinghead, slaying the walleye. There's nobody here. Bet you there's 100 of them stacked on this point. It's fun. Sweet. That was fun. Good talking to you. But so then I went up on Main Lake Flat that's got some cabbage weed on it, and then it drops off into the Main Lake Basin, and I started on the upwind side and fished all the way down the flat. And when I got to the end of the flat where it dumps into the lake, I caught a smallmouth on Vibrating Jig, Z-Man Evergreen Jack Hammer. So I just fished down a pretty long mid-lake weed flat. And I was literally just getting ready to start complaining, like, there's got to be a fish up here. I was throwing a Z-Man Vibrating Jig, and it just got heavy. These are the kind I'm looking for. This place is loaded with. Alright, so they are coming up on the flat. Next cast. Well, I think it was the third cast. It's a confidence builder. There's wire on this too, because this is pike and muskie world. He just loaded right up on it. He choked it too. Wow. He was not coming off. Z-Man hook is killer. Not a monster, but I pulled my string, and I like that. Pretty fish. So I dropped the talons right there. I dropped a waypoint, and I started fishing around there, and that was a good call because they were coming from the deeper water up onto that flat, and they just kept coming. Came back to the mid-lake weed flat, and I marked a waypoint on this spot where I caught the last fish. As soon as I got there, I got another one. Vibrating Jig. Z-Man, Evergreen. Man, that hook is great too. It's like a gaff. It's not coming off. See Z-Man Evergreen with the Zako trailer. Brown bass. That was fun. And so I probably caught a dozen between 10:30 and 12:30, 1 o'clock. And they were all sweet fish, between 2 and 4 pounds. A lot of fun. Might have had one that was pushing 5, but I don't think it was 5. It was one of those 5s without a scale, but 4.5 when you hang on the scale. Pretty fish. And so then I left, and I went back and I tried the points some more. The bite had kind of died on that flat. Got a whole bunch of walleye. Went and tried another flat that's got wood on it. It's a very unique piece of lake bottom, the only one like it on the lake, and I got nothing. So I went back to the flat with the waypoint, got another dozen smallies, and I caught old Blackie. Caught one that was all black. I had this fish, I think it was this fish, poked me like 3 times. I pulled the bait in, sharpened the hook, put some mega strike on it, and he choked it. Nice fish. Might be a 5. Nah, just a big 4. Gorgeous fish though, wow. Evergreen Jack Hammer. 52-degree water temperature. Zako trailer. Nah, it's a nice 4. Beautiful fish. Look at this. And I broke the curse of not catching smallies without the sun. I'm catching them, no sun. Of course, I think the water temperature has something to do with it. And this is 5 feet of water. Gorgeous fish. That was cool. I like it. I like it. I got old Blackie. Wait till you see this. Beautiful fish. I haven't caught one of these in a while. He is all kinds of black. Ah. Come on. Choke the evergreen, man. Coming to this flat since the end of August, like every 3 days, just because when it's on, it's good, and it's on, and it's good. This is the first time, by the way. And they're liking the old jackhammer, man. They're just choking it. It's so funny, it just gets heavy. Like, sometimes you feel a tick, but most of the strikes are just you know, the bait stops vibrating and it gets kind of heavy. And I just keep reeling until the rod loads up. I'm using 7.4 composite cranking rod, 15-pound InvizX, and I got a little piece of wire because there's tons of pike in here. Cool. I'm gonna say the fish are coming to me. I haven't moved in 30 minutes and I'm kind of wailing on them. Pretty fish. Choked it. That's how you want your smallmouth to eat your vibrating jig. That's a choke job there. And that hook is like a gaff. I love it. Wow. There's deep water behind me. I'm sitting on a corner where it's a flat and I'm on the tip of it and I'm throwing into deep water and I'm crawling the vibrating jig up this slope. It's small, it only like from 9 feet to 5 feet probably, but it's enough. It's miserable out here, but the bite is good, so you don't even notice it. If I wasn't catching any fish, I would be very sad right now. Of course, that's always the case. Good talking to you. Man, and a lot of them were hitting right at the boat, and I think it was because of where I was positioned. I was about 25 feet or so inside of where the weed line ends, at the top of the break, and then that's flat. And I think they were following the bait. once it broke through the weeds out into the open water, and they were plucking it right there. But I mean, if I caught 20 fish, I caught 10 or 12 of them with about 10 feet of line out. I got it on video. Should make some good video. I actually don't know how it's going to come out because it was raining quite a bit of the day, and I don't know how the rain will be on the GoPro lens. So we'll see. I was bundled up pretty good. I mean, I got like 4 layers on, and I'm glad I had it. I had them all. I didn't have to go to the gloves, but I was close. I was close. All right, I'm going to download that video and post it up and see what we got. Good talking to you.